What's going on, guys? It is MurderInc here, back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're going to be talking about the best, yes, the best Nightmare Campaign Farmer. Why do you need a Nightmare Campaign Farmer? To level up champions faster. It's not always as efficient energy-wise, however, with clan versus clan, if you want the most points in the shortest amount of time, Nightmare Campaign is your friend. You get a lot more points, you get the same champions from the pool, you can use them as books, so on and so forth. That's not the point here. We are here to show you the best Nightmare Campaign Farmer, and it's going to shock most of you. Most of you probably weren't thinking that this is the champion that we can use. So one thing, it doesn't have ridiculous gear on it. The first thing people are going to say is, Murder, of course, anyone with your gear can put 6,000 attack, 7,000 attack, not even 6,000, 300% crit damage. You don't need this for this champion, and it is so fast. So let's go ahead and show you which champion that is. So as you can see here, we are talking about Ray. She doesn't need to be booked. She is the perfect champion for this job. Let's go over her stats just so I can show you what we're talking about. And you don't even need this much, to be honest with you. You can get away with much lower stats. 4,700 attack. Nothing crazy, I promise you. If this seems unrealistic, then you shouldn't be farming Nightmare Campaign. It's that simple. 211 speed, a little bit high. You can get away with the 195 speed, I believe. Don't quote me on that. 200 is going to be safe. 211, like I said, a little bit on the high side. 100% crit, obvious. 268 crit damage. You can go lower. I wouldn't go below 255%, however. 35,000 health. Don't care about the health, don't care about the defense. Accuracy, you do want over 150 just to be safe here. Accuracy requirement for Nightmare Campaign is very low. So as we can see here, I am using one speed set, one cruel set, and then a broken set on top of things. So you don't even need savage gear. Everyone's showing these Biggin specifically, or Ignatius, Kymar, full savage gear. Like I said, insane stats. You don't need it. You need these stats or lower on Array, and you will do this without a single issue. Now really quickly, let me show you the Masteries, because some of them are very important for this build. The first one we do have is going to be Whirlwind of Death. Now you don't need this, however, if you are struggling for speed and you don't hit those thresholds, you will want that extra speed for every enemy she's killing. On top of that, Wrath of the Slain, obviously you're going to have food with you, so if the enemy does get a chance to get a turn, which they, it depends on how you build your champion, they might get a turn, they might not, but it will increase your damage by 5% for every piece of food that you have in there that does die to the enemy there. Outside of that, Helm Smasher is the obvious choice, followed by Kill Streak. Now you want to go to the support tree. Don't take the defense tree, it'll make the run take longer. Get those extra accuracy points, go ahead for Lore of Steel, and just as a filler, go ahead and take Sniper. Now that we've seen that, let's go ahead and go straight into Nightmare Campaign and see what this beautiful champion of Array, my new best friend personally, what she has to do and what she has to offer in the Nightmare. She has an aura that doesn't apply to campaign, so don't worry about that at all. Like I said, you're going to be using 3 pieces of food in this, so let's go ahead and see how she does on her own first. We have the first hit here, not looking to one-shot this. Now I can put her in that insane gear I was talking about. I can one-shot all of these opponents here, and we're going to see an incredibly fast, I mean incredibly fast run. But I wanted to go a little bit on the easier side here and not go over the top with this. Like we see here, 20 seconds, you really can't complain about that. We could have gotten crit. It is possible. Like I said, I'm wearing mismatching gear. If you want to give her an HP ring so she can survive a crit, I believe she needs 38,000 to 40,000 health to survive a crit from Lure. But like I said, that is a worst case scenario. If you find you can't build the damage and want to replicate this with an unbooked Ray, it's going to be perfectly fine. Like I said, our best time is 11 seconds. We can get faster if we really want to wait for perfect RNG. You can actually do this in 6 to 7 seconds by just one-shotting all of these waves here. Her animations are in fact fast enough. So this run is definitely going a lot smooth. She's landing that defense down. The consistency will improve with books, but like I said, not really needed. So we're on 18 seconds once again, and it's incredible to see, especially for the fact that her gear isn't insane and you can go even lower with the gear requirements. Based on the amount of turns they're getting, the fact that they have a huge chance to weak hit on this specific affinity for this stage 12-6, that is going to be the ideal. Now, why do people farm 12 sticks instead of 12-3? Some people might not know this, or maybe you do from going through the campaign, but 12-3 has insane health. Murder, what do you mean by insane health? Let's go over it. Look at this. We were doing half health damage to these champions before, now we're not even close. It doesn't help that there's a red affinity champion here with a strong hit that could have been lethal to us. I don't think we're getting past stage 2 here. Let's see if I'm wrong. The freeze on all but 2. If this is... okay, we're doing fine so far. But like I said, this is some stressful content here. I don't think we survive this. No. So this is why no one runs 12-3. The health of the champions are way too high. I'm not really sure why they structured the campaign this way. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, honestly, especially the fact that there are so many legendaries here. But it is what it is, and this is why you stick to 12-6 Nightmare if you want to farm with this. Now there are other champions like I did mention. Kaimar is probably... he can be the fastest if you build him with the best gear. He can do it in 5 seconds if you time things right. We're talking about next level gear, savage gear, cruel gear. Very few people would have this, so it's not even worth talking about, to be honest with you. Trunda can do this. Trunda's actually a champion that can probably... I'm actually curious. You know what? Let's go ahead and do this for the first time. See if the Trunda can actually solo this stage here. Maybe she's good enough. I have actually soloed Ice Golem with Trunda. I should have showed that in the video. It's unfortunate I didn't. If you were on stream, you did get to see it. I had to give her this crazy mastery build. I had to be very specific with the accuracy, with the resistance. It was a lot of fun. We did it in 2 minutes and 3 seconds. I believe one run even went under 2 minutes. Trunda's balanced, by the way. Don't get me wrong. She's completely balanced. But she soloed Ice Golem stage 20 all by herself in lifesteal gear, in incredible gear. So was a lot of fun here, and it looks like we might be struggling. Let's see this last stage. Yeah, we didn't have the A3 available. I think this is game set match. GG. The final hit's gonna be here. Not even Miss Trunda, soloer of the Ice Golem, was good enough to handle 12-3. So case in point, 12-3 busted, 12-6, it can be done. Out of curiosity, let's see how fast Trunda can do this compared to our Ray here. So one thing to note is if you have a maxed Great Hall, you're going to be landing that stun and that HP burn, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Even if you build 0 accuracy on a Trunda, your Great Hall alone is going to mess it up for you, making this a lot slower. Like, we're on stage 2, Trunda's a great champion and Ray is already finished. Trunda also has over 6,000 attack and more crit damage than Ray did, and she actually almost failed this. So this kind of just goes to show you the difference between the two champions. Trunda being so strong, she has an aura that's applicable to this. And just to show you a quick gear comparison here, 6.3 thousand attack, 225 speed, so we're faster, 262 crit damage, so in 48,000 health on top of things. So she's faster, she's harder, better, faster, stronger. No other way to say it. This is our Trunda here. We had an awesome aura here, giving her a huge boost to her attack, and the Ray just does better. If we put Ray with the similar gear as her, we would be seeing the time of 11 seconds like I did show you earlier on that best time screen. That is in fact with Ray. We did it on stream. We had a great time on stream. That was of course with Helm Smasher procs across the board here. So now that we showed that, we showed you Ray, what do you guys think? Were you expecting this? I was not expecting this. There are definitely lots of sleeper champions out there. Ray, in my opinion, is one of them. She hits extremely hard, very low gear requirement based on how strong her multipliers are, how good her base stats are. Give me your feedback. What other champions do you guys know about that can farm or that you just overall think is underrated? I think that's really important and something that's overlooked quite often in this game. Just because a champion is considered not meta, people kind of push them to the side and no one really talks about them, and then they come out and do these incredible things once people who have the resources decide to actually test them. Alright guys, that's going to conclude my video today on Ray, the best campaign farmer for Nightmare in the entire game. Hands down, no competition. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think, give me your additional picks that you would have or Nightmare underrated champions. As always, if you enjoyed this content, don't forget to subscribe, comment, like this video, and I will see you all in my next upload.